Yeah, we're back. Guests just keep rolling in on a Feel Good Friday here inside the Finley Hyundai studio. Show today brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get your weekend tee times. The summer specials going on at Coral Canyon. Just $55, 18 holes with cart, lunch at the Bistro 72 Grill, and you get a warm-up bucket of range balls. Call 688-1700. Coach Shane Johanson, St. George Sentinels head coach in studio, 3 players as well. We'll get to the players just in a second here. But, Coach, state champs again in American Legion baseball. That's got to feel good. You've kind of revitalized it with the Sentinels, and here you are heading out to the regional once again.
Yeah, we won Tuesday, beat a good team up north, and we're really excited. This is my 11th year, probably my last year, so it's really fun to grab another state championship. Excited to head out to California and play in some regionals, and it's good stuff.
Going out to Oakland. Wait, what? It's your final year. What is this, a motivation for the guys trying to tell everybody you're retiring?
No,
or what?
mean, so my son, this is his last year. He's moving on to college. I do have another son, but he's quite a bit younger. He's a freshman, and he's going to go at Snow Canyon, and he's got a few years. And so, yeah, I mean, winds have changed. I mean, Pine View's, Glenn's not there, going to be there this year. We've done it together for years, and just, how you get the feeling it's probably time to go do something different.
Do you have a plan? Do you have anybody that will step up and continue to take the role on and keep the Sentinels moving forward?
We'll see. So Reich Erickson, who used to play, Pine View grad, he's been my assistant this summer. He's done an outstanding job. We'll see. It'd be awesome if he'd take it over, or hopefully somebody waiting in the wings to keep it going. It's been a good run. This is my 11th year, like I said. So hopefully we can keep the Sentinels alive. For
people that don't know, American Legion baseball was huge back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s, and then it kind of got lost in the shuffle. A lot of teams dispersed. A lot of people started playing travel ball and club ball and all these things, and then you've kind of brought it back. And there was the last couple years, where we started to see 3 or 4 teams from St. George that were playing American Legion baseball. And how many teams are in the state now playing American Legion baseball in this past summer season?
So there were 30 teams this summer. A lot of those younger teams, not very many older teams. The state tournament was 5 or 6 of us. So really, I mean, during COVID year, I think we had 50 teams play that year just in the upper level. So it's yo-yoing. Some years are really strong, others not so much. Hopefully next year it picks back up again. We'll see how it goes. But here we are now, and we'll take what we can get. We have a really good team. I don't care if we would have had 50 or just a handful. I think this might be one of the best teams I've ever had, so pretty excited about them.
We've got 3 players of the Sentinels here. A couple Hurricane players, Mason Shoemaker and Luke Hershey, are in studio, and then one Crimson Cliffs player, defending back-to-back state champs, Jager Baldwin, in studio. And Jager, I'll start with you, man. Was it hard to decide where you were going to play this summer, or was it easy to play with Coach Johanson and the Sentinels?
It was a pretty easy decision for me because I didn't really have a lot of options, and even if I did have a lot of options, this would be a really great team for me to play for. And yeah, it's been really fun the whole summer.
How you playing?
We started off really hot, and then state tournament, I didn't really play good at all, but we'll be back.
You're hitting, looks like 361, so not as high as your stats during the high school baseball season, but still a pretty good number there at the plate. And I know you probably hit some walls or ran over a fence or two out there. And are you still playing right field?
Center
field. Yeah. Has that been a smooth transition? I know you played right all year for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's been a little bit tough on my reads, but I've been getting the gist of it.
And what's it like coaching this kid?
He's fantastic. I mean, he's leader of our team. He hits lead off. I mean, he runs down every ball in center field. So I mean, he's humble, but we love him. He'll run through a wall for you and for anybody else on the team. So yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Mason, you've been doing some pitching, got a bunch of wins on the mound, buddy, and you're going to play. You said Colorado Northwestern's where you're going to play college baseball at?
Yeah, this will be my 2nd year.
Love it. And so you're one of the older kids. How much did going and playing a year of college and then coming back and playing with the Sentinels help you as far as maturity and knowledge of the game and all those things?
It definitely helped me a lot. I mean, I came back being able to read the hitters a lot better. I last year for this team, I was a reliever, and I came back and, was one of the top starters. It helps a lot.
Yeah. Good coaching out in Colorado?
Yeah, Coach McCullen he's a pretty good coach.
Are you excited to go out to Oakland?
Yeah, it'll be my second year in a row, so it'll be fun.
And of course, Coach, if you get out there to Oakland and you win it, then you guys go to the national championships, right?
You do get a day off, and then they fly you right from Oakland to Shelby, North Carolina, which is pretty cool. All those games were televised, and it's been a dream for a long time. No Utah team has ever done it. That's been our goal since the start, to see if we can break that glass ceiling and be the first ones to do it.
Luke, what were you guys feeling pretty confident going out to Oakland for this regional tournament?
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good. Mason is a really good pitcher. He's got a lot of things that are working really good right now. So,
Well, and you would know because you've been catching him quite a bit, right?
yeah, yeah, he's been doing really, really good.
How often does he shake you off?
Actually, not a lot.
Really?
Yeah, Reich has been doing really good with the counts, and we've been keeping him off guard, and he's been doing really good.
Is that true, Coach?
That is true. Yep. Reich's obviously he was a great catcher in high school and just carried on. He's done a great job with Luke. Luke was our defensive MVP for the state tournament. He's really grown this summer. One of our top hitters too. So he's a good kid.
Maybe getting it done on both sides. Luke, you're hitting 381, man. You seeing watermelons at the plate or what?
Oh, not really.
No, you're one of the younger kids on this team, right?
Yeah.
Like, you still got a year of eligibility at the high school level where you got some teammates that are coming back as, already graduated and played a year of college baseball. How much has that helped you get better quickly playing with these guys that have a couple years on you?
It's really, really helped with my confidence. They're always positive about things, and they just help me keep my head up and stay confident.
Coach, tell me about some of the other guys on the roster. I mean, Jay's Estridge, another kid that was a Crimson that played a year of college. He's back. Looks like he's just swinging it right now.
Yeah, he's hitting 500. He's been our 3-hitter since the beginning of the year, and he's been a stud for us. Brandon Roundy's our shortstop. He hits towards the top of the line. I think he's hitting 500 too. I mean, as a team, we're almost hitting 400. I think we're hitting 393, 395, something like that. So it's in some ways, pretty easy team to coach when they hit the ball well. That's our mantra, is to be the best hitting team on the field every time.
Some of the other players on this team, G.J. Erickson, your son, Sam Johanson, Ian Becker is playing with you, one of the Becker twins, right?
Ian is, yep.
Yep. Who else am I missing? Whitney's playing for you. How's he swinging it?
He's mainly a pitcher for us.
Mainly pitcher.
Yeah, Trey Whitney, I think he's 6-0 on the summer. He's been a stud on the mound for us.
How many arms do you have?
We have a lot of arms. Yeah, we can always handle more. If you aren't doing anything this next week, we could always use a reliever.
You need like a 72-mile-an-hour fastball? I got it. That's probably top end for me, and then I won't be good the rest of the day.
As long as you can mix it up. You can throw a curveball or change up. That's okay.
So who do you play out in Oakland? Give us a little preview of who you guys play first out there.
We play Nevada right out of the gate, and the Nevada state champion is Bishop Gorman, so they'll be a good team. Excited for that opportunity. And then from there, the winner of that plays the winner of the Hawaii home team. So the tournament starts Wednesday, goes through Sunday. You got to win 5 games to advance. This is my 3rd time there, and you just can't beat it. It's pretty exciting.
Is this the most optimistic you've been, the most confident, per se, going into a state tournament?
Certainly. You may remember that 2017, we went and almost made it. We took 2nd place that year. No expectations. That's the first year that we had won it, and that was a really exciting year and just didn't know what to expect. This time, having been there a couple of times, I know the competition. I mean, we really tried to build this team to be set up. You have to be deep pitching-wise, and you got to be able to really hit the heck out of the ball. And I think from that standpoint, we're as prepared as we can be. It'll have to be a really good team that beats us, and if they do, that's sports. But hopefully, we're better than everybody out there.
Is the plan to use a different starter in every game, or as you get deeper in the tournament, will you run somebody back out there that's maybe got a big win early on short rest? Is that a Phil thing?
Well, yeah. So pitch count's a big deal, of course, and actually Legion is more conservative than high school. So if you pitch 100 pitches, you have to go 4 days rest.
Oh.
So we're going to have to mix and match a little bit. Mason will be our game 1 starter. He's been our number 1 guy all summer. Hopefully we can get him out of there with, keep it low enough that we could bring him back on the weekend to pitch again. But I mean, we have enough guys. We could go with a different starter every game and still be able to be in pretty good shape going into the weekend.
So you guys leave tomorrow or next
Actually,
Monday?
we leave Tuesday morning at 5 a.m. We'll drive up to Salt Lake. That's where they've booked our flight out of, and we'll fly out to California.
Okay. Couldn't get a Vegas or an SGU flight.
For some reason they think it's always going to be a Salt Lake team that wins the Legion tournament in Utah. So we haven't convinced them yet. Maybe one of these years after we keep winning it, they'll book us a Vegas or a St. George flight.
And you've already got flights booked for North Carolina, or are you waiting on that?
I don't think those are booked yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. I like your chances, though. From what I'm hearing, it seems like you guys are going this confident and got a lot of talent. And is everybody going to be available out there except for, you said, I think off air, you said Brock Roundy might join you late or something?
Correct. Yeah, he went off to some college stuff last week, so he's a question mark. But the rest of our team, everybody's going. So we're pretty deep. We've got 15 guys, seasoned guys, good mix of high school and guys that have played a year of college. We're going to see that. I mean, that's, as you know, it's 19U for American Legion, so you can't turn 19 till after January 1st of this year. So, but there are a lot of teams that'll have junior college or sometimes D1 players that have come to play their last chance at amateur baseball.
As you were building this roster, how long did it take you to compile this group, and how much consideration did you have to look into the birthdays? I mean, that's a factor.
Oh, it's a factor. I mean, over the years, I've screwed up a couple of times and thought I had a guy and got him out there, and then we go to sign him up, and he's just a little bit too old. So, fortunately, a lot of these guys played for us last year. So, I mean, it wasn't as hard. At least half of our roster was part of that team last year, which also is another reason for confidence, because been there, done that. It's not bright lights and what are we doing? It's we've been here, and now we understand better what it takes. But we had to fill in. I mean, catcher, we got Luke kind of at the last minute. We have the Kean Singleton's our other catcher from Dixie, who we also had to kind of grab, scramble a bit to get enough catching to be able to make it through. But yeah, it came to bear. Once we really got after it, it came together pretty quickly. And you tell guys what it's about and what the mission is, they buy in pretty quick, and it's been fun to see that.
Jager, what would it be like if you go from state championship 2 years in a row to American Legion national championship, man? You've been on a heater lately, buddy. What if you guys go to North Carolina and win the whole dang thing?
That would be so freaking awesome. I don't even know how to, I can't even explain how cool it would be. Like, not many people get the chance to even win one state tournament or one regional. So, to win, I guess, 3 states and 1 regional, that'd be really cool.
How's chemistry? Is it easy with this group? Is it easy because you played against a lot of these guys? You knew them pretty well, whether you were opponents with them or in some cases you got some teammates in high school. I'm guessing it's been pretty easy for you guys to find some rhythm and some chemistry.
It really has been really easy. Even from the very first day of practice, I remember we were all just, we all came together as one, and I was actually really surprised that, we all knew each other really well, and we all came as one and played together.
You got any home runs yet this summer?
No, I don't.
Not even an inside the park home run?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do have an inside the park home
It
run.
still counts, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, those aren't easy.
Favorite moment from the summer so far? You got a key moment, key hit, key diving catch?
We were at BYU playing against Rocky Mountain, and I hit a double off the left center wall to walk it off 3-2.
I love it. Mason, what about you? Moment of the summer? Anything that stands out? No, or a perfect game yet this summer?
No, not yet this summer.
They're saving it for the regional tournament.
But yeah, I think my favorite moment is probably Asher Christensen in this last state tournament made a beautiful diving catch up the middle, or diving stop, and threw the kid out. It was just fun to hear the whole Ridgeline crowd, cheering that their guy got a hit, and then it just stopped because
Robbed them.
Yep.
I love it.
Was coming.
I love it. What about your favorite moment? Strike out the side or something?
That's probably just going out there and beating the Big Mix team. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I thought they were probably the best team besides us in that tournament, and beating them kind of lost their confidence, and they just lost out. So
Who's that team, coach?
Yeah, the first team we played for the state tourney that was a legit team. they were assembled. It was kind of the same combination like we do here, but it was all up in northern Utah. Kind of all their graduated seniors. Plus, they had some college guys that had come back. A couple of kids from the bottom of Idaho had accumulated. So they were a good team. And Nate Mason pitched, and I mean, we beat them 8-1. They never had a chance. When we got up on them, and Mason held them down the whole game. So
Luke, same question. I mean, favorite moment from the summer so far as you guys are getting ready to head out to Oakland next week?
It's got to be hitting the home run in the state tournament. So actually 2 years ago when we went there for high school, it was top of the seventh, tied 3-3, and I was just DHing and I hit a home run, and so it's kind of iconic for me to kind of do that again.
Who was more excited about that home run? You, your mom, or your dad? Maybe your brother or sister?
Oh, definitely me.
How many dingers you got this summer?
Oh, just one.
Just one, but that's the one that's in the memory
he hits
bank.
them all off the fence. They don't quite go
I
over.
probably have like 7 off the fence this summer. I just love the warning track.
That's right. Once you get to win this national championship, you can do some extra push-ups or something. Get rid of that warning track. Luke Hurst, Mason Shoemaker, Jager Baldwin, Coach Johanson. Coach, thanks for bringing the guys in. We'll be rooting for you. Keep in touch with us. We'll be tracking you guys out there in Oakland and then hopefully out to North Carolina.
Sounds great. Thanks so much.
All right, the St. George Sentinels representing Utah in American Legion Baseball. You heard Coach, they leave next week, and they'll be out. They got to win 5 games to get to the national championship, something no team from Utah has ever done. They're trying to become the first. If you get out there, you may as well win the whole thing, right, Coach?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
All right, we'll take a break, come back, wrap things up, wrap up the week for you, get you ready for the weekend in sports on the Fan Sports Network. It's The Drive.